What's up, Tanjhid?
Oh, hey Baron, I just
How
came
are
back.
you?
I just came back from Spain. It
Uh-huh.
was pretty nice, and I had my study abroad.
Oh, really? I also went to Europe this summer, and it was so nice, architecture-wise and like the culture. I mean, I love it. But then
Where'd you go?
I didn't go to Spain though. I went to Italy, France, and London.
Oh, yeah,
It
that
was
sounds really
so nice.
nice.
Like everywhere you go there, it's just like it's like a picture, like
Mm-hmm.
perfect scene.
Yeah.
How was your experience in Spain?
I went to Barcelona, and that was
Uh
really
huh.
nice. And Barcelona's a nice city,
Uh
full
huh.
of great culture, great weather. It's
Mhm.
Mediterranean, just like California. And the
Wow.
architecture there was really nice. Barcelona's such an old city, so it
Yeah.
has a whole bunch of old buildings and new
Yeah.
buildings.
Oh man, that sounds so interesting. I'd love to more like to know more about like your experience there. I mean, which
South.
ones did you visit? Which places? Which one's your favorite?
So studying architecture, I had to go
Uh huh.
around looking at all the buildings,
Yeah.
and Barcelona has so many buildings, it's hard to choose a favorite. But
Mhm.
if I really had to, then I'd have to say the Sagrada Familia.
How
It's
was
such a,
that?
it's so different from every other
Uh
church
huh.
I've seen. Where all the other churches are so heavy set
Uh
and
huh.
like all about God and stuff. Sagrada
Yeah.
Familia is still about God, but it's so different.
Yeah. And I heard like I've heard so many things about Sagrada Familia. I mean, like I know that it's been like under construction since like it was
Yeah,
like
it's like
construction, right?
1800s. Yeah,
And
and it's
that's like
still being
interesting to
constructed.
me.
Yeah, it is actually pretty interesting. And I have some books from when I visited.
Mhm.
I have this book, Symbology of the Temple of the Sagrada
Uh-huh.
Familia.
Oh wow.
I have Gaudi on Scene that shows you about how the building is constructed and the different
Uh-huh.
things that they plan on doing. And then I have Expiatory Church of the Sagrada Familia. And this
Oh
is
wow.
great. It shows you a whole bunch of drawings, a bunch of plans. It shows
Yeah.
you a lot about how the building was made, a lot of
Can you
information.
actually show me some of those and then like
Oh yeah,
try to
sure.
like explain it and stuff so that I'd like have like sort of an idea about like more about like architecture.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, what do you know about the Sagrada Familia other than that it's in Spain?
Okay, so basically what I know about Sagrada is that its full name is Basilica y Temple Expiatory de la Sagrada Familia, and that its architect is Antonio Gaudi, and it's in Barcelona, Spain, which is mainly a Catholic nation. It was constructed in 1882, but its construction continued after Gaudi died, with like architects using his drawings as a guide for further construction. Hey, I'm sure you know more about Sagrada Familia since you went there for summer abroad. Do you mind telling me more about it?
Oh yeah, sure. Like for once, it's a church. It has to go stay within the city grid of Barcelona, so that's a really strict grid. And so it couldn't move and expand outward, expanded upward like most churches. And like most churches of the time, since Spain was a very Catholic nation, this church was a center point of people's lives. So they would go to the church and they would always like spend more time at the church than they would doing anything else. The church is really tall. It's one of the tallest buildings in Barcelona, so it attracts a lot of attention. And as a church, it should be a holy building. So Gaudi followed God's creations because he thought God was the ultimate architect who created everything with no issues. So he modeled the Sagrada Familia after flowers and plants, and you can see that inside the building, where the ceiling is a lot of plant-like structures and a lot of flowers and petals. And certain parts of the church correspond to different parts of the Bible. So, like the spires, right now there are eight, but in total there's going to be 12 to uh, there are going to be 12 to coordinate with the 12 apostles of Jesus. One of the columns is the one of the facades is going to have seven columns, so that there's
Mm-hmm.
seven at the bottom for the seven deadly sins, and at the
Mm-hmm.
top towards redemption is going to be the seven heavenly virtues. A lot of the church has to do with depictions of the Bible, so like around it you're going to go see a lot of structures and a lot of statues of scenes from the Bible, like the birth of Jesus or the three wise men giving gifts to Jesus, and you can just see this throughout the whole building.
Oh, I definitely see how that will work with its architecture. First of all, I see like big open spaces and windows to let the sunlight in and let the mild temperature in. And also a lot of detail on the roof, especially on the texture and tiling of materials. Plus, it also has a good use of mistakes to create a holy atmosphere inside where everyone will feel warm and like comfortable, um, like communicating to their God. So, what do you think about the building? What's your opinion about it? Just like I personally think that its intricacy is what makes it so unique. Like the statues, like the sculptures, the colors that it made use of, the mistakes. It's what makes it like really special for like the believers mostly, and like for the people who like visit it. How about you? What do you think? What
I
made you like the building?
I also like all that detail and the way they
Mm-hmm.
put everything together. What I really like about it is how the building's been just kept on continuously being worked on
Yeah.
throughout the decades. So you can see the
Yeah.
different parts like gallery designs, and you can see
Mm-hmm.
what different contemporaries of his made. There's like a big contrast between certain parts of the building,
Yeah.
like the different facades. You can go see the differences in the types of art and the different types of sculptures. I really like how it just meshes together a whole bunch of things.
Yeah,
So just a
that's
whole bunch of
interesting.
different
Yeah.
moods throughout the decades.
Oh wow. I would definitely love to see this building really soon. Maybe this summer.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
now you're just making me nostalgic all about Barcelona.
Well, you should tell me like like places good to eat and
Yeah,
stuff,
I
and where
will.
else you like visited and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, and you know, it's almost 2. I got a class to go to. All
Oh,
right, so I'll
okay.
see
Nice
you.
talking.
All right.